Hello, I know the news has reached you. DMB has launched a new setting spray. This is from her Yummy Skin collection and it is called the Liquid Blurring Balm. Yep, sounds like the viral blurring balm powders that we know and love with the Absolute technology. And this has that too. So this setting spray is no ordinary setting spray. It is a powder in liquid form and it is formulated with Absolute, which is excellent at absorbing oils and sweat, mattifying, blurring texture and all the good stuff. So I'm going to show you the many ways of how you can use the setting spray and blur better. Number 1. You can use this makeup free. It will refine your skin texture, control oil, and tone down the glossiness from your SPF. Watch this. For comparison's sake, I'm going to spray one side of my face with the setting spray and leave the other so you can compare. To get an even layer and speed up the drying and blur process, you just need to quickly tap with either a brush, a puff, or a sponge. This is moisturizer and SPF side, still gleaming with the glow. And over here, this is kicking in. The difference is clear, so I'm going to spray the rest of my face. And as the day goes by, the Absolute will kick in and keep my face a natural matte. And that's it. With a makeup-free face using the new Liquid Blurring Balm Spray by DMB. The second way to use your Liquid Blurring Balm is after your targeted skin prep, primers, and color correction. You need to lock this in because you don't want all your good work of color correcting to move. So there's two ways. You could either spray the entire face and then blend your color correction, or another way, which is my preference, is to get my little fluffy brush and spray the setting spray onto it, and then gently blend that in. So I'm getting good blending and blurring at the same time, whilst locking in my primers and color correction. So this already is taking away the need for powder, because normally we would use a loose powder to lock your color correction in. But this new setting spray is uniquely designed to do the job of a powder, because indeed it is a powder in liquid form. So this is me, blurred and primed, ready for my makeup. The third way to use your Liquid Blurring Balm setting spray is to set your under eyes, and this helps you blend and blur at the same time. So you could either blend your concealer as normal with your brush, or your sponge, if that's your preferred method, and then set with the spray in place of a powder, or you could spritz your brush with the setting spray and then blend. So I'm going to show you the both ways. The first way is me blending like how you would normally do, blend with a dry concealer brush. This is actually a DMB face brush, Yummy Face 3.0. Lovely, versatile little brush. Okay, that's nicely blended. Then, to lock that in, I'm gonna take my puff and always remember to shake the setting spray and then spray onto my puff and then just tap that in. To blur and set my under eye. This is the powder. It's liquid, it's mattifying and blurring. And the second way to do it is with the same Yummy Face brush 3.0. I'm gonna spritz onto the brush and proceed to blend and blur at the same time. That's it. The fourth way to use your liquid blurring balm setting spray is as a traditional setting spray. This is to lock in your completed makeup look. Don't forget to shake. After that, you've got to tap in gently. Just wait about 10-15 seconds. Tap in gently with either a puff or a brush or a sponge if you prefer. That will evenly distribute the product as well as accelerate the effect of the setting spray. If you leave this to set on its own without tapping, you will likely get fiber-like white bits sitting on your skin all day, and that is not a good look. So just make sure you gently tap to avoid that. And that's it. Blur and set with the new liquid blurring balm setting spray. The fifth way of how to use your Yummy Skin liquid blurring balm setting spray is on the go. This will refresh, blur and reset your makeup as you go. So keep it with you in your bag on the go. And that means you can now ditch the powder, ditch the blotting papers, and keep the mini version of your setting spray in your bag. And remember, shake it before you spray. When you spray, wait for about 10 to 15 seconds. Let that absorb a little and then get your brush or puff or sponge and gently tap after spraying to make sure that you don't leave the white little fibers forming on your face. And that will keep you blurred on the go. The sixth way of using the new Yummy Skin setting spray is to blur, control oil, blend in between each layer of your makeup. You heard that right? So at the very beginning, once you've done all your skincare, SPF, you can spray a layer and then do your primers and your color correction and spray again. And then after that, layer your liquids and creams. Before you blend, spray again and then blend. After you're done, you could spray again and then amplify everything else with either another powder blush, powder bronzer, or highlighter, and then do the final step to set and lock in your look. So that's at least 4 levels of spraying from the start of your makeup to the end. But that's not for everyday use. That would be ideal for stage makeup or bridal makeup or anyone who's performing, or if you're really in very, very hot weather, then you can use those stages, because remember, this spray is formulated with a special ingredient, Absolite. So you may feel like you're not matte or blurred immediately, but as the day goes by, then it starts to kick in. So within a few minutes of one layer, you'll notice the blur and mattifying effect. So the more you spray of this, the more matte you get. So the last step I spoke of, the 6th way, layering at each step of your makeup. If you've got dry skin, I would not recommend that for you. So it would work really well for those with very oily skin or being in very hot conditions or performing, and would take away the need for powder or refreshing or, touch-ups throughout the day. With so many ways to blur better, how will you be using this setting spray? Whatever you do, remember to shake the bottle first before you spray. Spray, wait for about 10 to 15 seconds for it to absorb, and tap gently with a brush, sponge, or a puff to let that sit evenly to avoid any fiber-like hairs forming on your face. And this is going to keep you blurred, oil-free, and refined throughout the day. Enjoy!